Thank you for clicking in today at etbusports.com. Sorry, that was the old website. I'm sorry. Go etbtigers.com on the ETBU Sports Net. Welcome again to another edition of ETBU Extra as we're broadcasting live from the first floor of the Ornell Student Center on the campus of East Texas Baptist University. Time now to talk Lady Tigers softball. Lady Tigers are 24-6 on the year, 17-3 in American Southwest Conference play. And, Coach, I'm not going to talk about UT Tyler because that's in the past. I do want to ask one question about that series. Of course, UT Tyler took games 1 and 2, but the third game got rained out. Will that game be made up, or is that game off the schedule now?
No, now that we don't split our series like we were playing everybody, you only have a certain number of days to play that. And so once we moved that direction to try to go play that game, we weren't able to make that up. So that'll just be a wash.
So by rule, the game is canceled and you continue to play on the season. Of course, as you come home for the weekend, you play the University of Ozarks in the Strikeout Cancer Series. Before we talk about the nuts and bolts of the games against Ozark, let's go back and talk about what the weekend meant holding the Strikeout Cancer Series. Kind of explain that for us again.
Well, we kind of set aside one weekend for our team to raise money for our cancer fund here on campus. The girls did a great job this year. They raised over $3,000 for this fund. And what we do with that money is we're able to financially help any of our ETBU family that are battling cancer. And so that's just something that our girls are really passionate about. We had Caitlin Mel's father who passed away a few months ago from cancer. So this year, more than most years, it kind of hits a little bit closer to home. But that was a special weekend for us all.
Of course, the ceremonial first pitch thrown out and the games on the second day of the Strikeout Cancer Series. 2 young kids battling leukemia. Carson Bryant, who is the son of Tom Bryant, who works at ETBU, and Leslie Bryant, his mother, is an ETBU alum. And then Lola Duncan, a child from the Marshall community, also got to throw out the first pitch as well. What was it like for you to watch those 2 kids out there with what they're going through have a great moment in their life?
Yeah, I mean, obviously as a parent, that hits really close to home. Courtney, who is Lola's mom, is one of my really good friends and has been for a long time. And, I know this was a special day for her. Her and Leslie have a great relationship through, the stuff that they're going through. And to see them both out there, at the points that they are in their treatment is just a special moment for everybody. We had Carson out 2 years ago who threw out the first pitch, and just to see the growth that he's made in 2 years and just how well he's doing with everything is just, phenomenal to see. But it was a special moment for everybody.
Our prayers out for Carson and Lola to continue to battle a courageous battle, being young children battling cancer and leukemia. Well, Coach, let's talk about the nuts and bolts of the series. University of Ozarks came to Taylor Field to play your Lady Tigers, and, you go 3-0 against them. You got to be pleased.
Yeah, definitely. University of Ozarks program has gotten better this year. They got a new coach, and they're playing so much better than they have in the past. And they're taking games away from people that in the past that they hadn't. So we knew going into that series that we were going to have to play well in order to get 3 games from them. And our girls did a really good job of doing that. And not really focusing on who we were playing, but how we were playing. And we walked away from that series pleased with the progress we made.
In game 1, you went 13-0, 5-inning game, run rule. Rocky Atello with the win on the circle. She's 12-2. Lacey Lindsay hits a home run for 3 RBIs. But I noticed number 17, Trina Deo, is how you pronounce her last name, Deo. She was 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. What a great afternoon for her. Who is she? Tell me about her.
Trina is a junior college transfer from Angelina. She actually was part of the Angelina's national championship team over there, so she had a great career for them over here. She's come in, and she, this year we have a couple positions that have just been different people at different times stepping up to kind of fill those roles. And she stepped up this past weekend. We kind of went the whole weekend without Jamie Perez, and I think that was actually the game that she went in for Jamie probably. But Jamie had a really bad ankle sprain, and so we didn't have her for the weekend, and Trina stepped up and kind of filled the shoes that we were missing.
As a coach, I know you're pleased to see someone step in a role like that because they never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Is that good recruiting by the coaching staff?
I don't know. I mean, like our team this year has done a really good job. We've had so many random things happen this year with injuries and whatnot that we have been asking kids to play a little bit out of position and, to step up at different times. And we've, our kids off the bench have done a great job. Alexis Padilla has been somebody that's stepped up really well for us lately. Trina's done a great job. And some of those kids that have been having to fill extra roles have really been important factors in a lot of the games that we've won.
Let's talk about Alexis Padilla, because this week she's named the American Southwest Conference Hitter of the Week, and rightly so, because, wow, did she have a week as she was named the ASC Hitter of the Week. Her stats for the games played March 29th through April 3rd, she only hit over 600, 616, 8 of 13 at the plate, 5 RBIs, and 1 home run. And she gets a home run off Kelsey Batten, the excellent pitcher for UT Tyler. So just kind of talk about how she's kind of stepped into some of those roles. You're talking about kind of unusual season with where she's been playing all year.
Well, Alexis came into a hard situation when she came into ETBU. You know, the positions that she could play were positions that we had All-Americans in. And so for her, it's been, you know, steadily pushing and continuing to get better and finding a role in our team. And you know, she's in some of these games we've asked her to play outfield, which is a position she's never played before, and she's done a great job for us, just continue to get better and providing a big bat for us, and she's really doing well for us. We're pleased with that.
She's had good at bats, and I hear you say that a lot. I want my players to have good at bats. What's the definition of a good at bat?
Well, in my mind, they just don't have, you know, they aren't swinging at bad pitches and don't have lazy swings, and are getting something productive out of that at bat. It not necessarily equals a hit. Hitting the ball hard, you know, sometimes you get out and hit the ball hard, but you can still have a good at bat in that situation. We've talked a lot about that in practice, but she does. When she goes up there, we know that she's going to give us something. She's not just going to be an out at the plate, and so we've been pleased with that.
Visiting with Janae Shirley, head softball coach here at East Texas Baptist University. Lady Tigers are 24-6 on the year, 7-3 in conference play. I want to bring up Lindsey Vasquez. She was one of our guests last week on ETB Extra, and I bring her up today because she is featured today in the Marshall News Messenger sports page on the Marshall News Messenger. Nathan Haig did an interview with her. She's a local kid from Hallsville who played her high school softball over in Hallsville. But Coach, what I want to talk about is I noticed that she had an inside the park home run, which is kind of unusual, but it was a bona fide inside the park home run, and now she has 2 on the year. Talk about Lindsey and a local kid playing for the Tigers.
Well, Lindsey was just a kid that kind of beat all the odds to come to ETBU, and she's just been really successful across the board in the classroom, on the field. She's somebody that's, you know, her first year she kind of stepped into different roles, and we had an injury, and she picked up big time for us and got a lot of playing time, was a big factor in the year that we went to the World Series. And throughout her career, she's done things that we've kind of asked her to do that's been outside of the box that she's really bought into. And, you know, she's just a hard worker. And for us to have a local kid come into our program and, you know, do the things that she's been doing has been phenomenal for us. People watched her as she was little bitty growing up, playing t-ball and softball growing up. So they're getting to see her at the collegiate level and play hard. And, you know, she's having a really good year for us, so we're pleased.
Okay, you mentioned how she's done some things for you that are outside the box. She came in as a Lady Tiger softball player, hitting left-handed, but now she hits on the right side of plate. That's a big thing to transition to, isn't it?
Yeah, and she kind of, like, through high school went back and forth and stuff like that. And her first year, she's super fast and really athletic. And so for her first year, we just, you know, felt like she could have been more productive, like switching her over. We just wanted to see if that was a better fit for her. And that next year she switched over to the right side, and she's been very good about, like, buying into the changes that we've asked her to do. And, you know, she's very coachable in everything that she does, and she works at it. And so a kid that's willing to do all those things and see the success part of it is great for us as coaches, because you know that when it comes down to game time, they're going to do the things that you ask and work hard. So.
Well, Coach, sure, let's look ahead. The weekend series against Louisiana College. Of course, when Louisiana College pops in my mind, the Lady Tigers playing softball, I go back to the national championship year where you're down at the regionals and had to play through the losers bracket, and you beat them on the last day. But, you know, Louisiana College has always been there, and you've got another tough opponent in Louisiana College as you go to Pineville to play them.
Yeah, and, you know, every year that team's just stacked with athletes, and it's, you know, it's kind of a program that has been great for a long time. And so anytime we go over there, especially, it's just really hard. I mean, you can look at their records and see, like, how well they do at home versus away. So we know going over there that we're going to have a tough game on our hands, and we just have to really be prepared and play our ball the best we can. So we're excited to play good people, but we know we're going to have to play well.
When you played for the Tigers, was it always tough to play Louisiana College as well?
It was. It's always been like that. I don't know what it is. It's just, you know, they do have athletic kids, and they're scrappy, and playing over there, just how their field's set up, and sometimes their fans and the atmosphere is just a little bit different. And so you kind of have to overcome a little bit when you go over there and be able to adjust to the atmosphere. And, hopefully we'll do that this year and come out of it on top.
All right, I'm going to ask a mom question here. Your son Carter plays out at Airport Park. How's he doing?
He's doing good. They actually didn't win last night. They tied, but he slid in at home and he's loving it. So it's fun when we get an opportunity to being a mom and a coach. It's sometimes hard to make all those games, but yesterday I did get a chance to make his game, so it was awesome.
All right, way to go, Carter. Sliding into home. All right, playing some tough baseball like his dad used to play. But his dad was a pitcher, though, right?
A pitcher, first baseman.
That's
yeah.
right. Okay, well, good deal. Okay. Visiting with Janae, Shirley, head coach of the Lady Tigers. Best of luck to the Tigers of this weekend as you play Louisiana College. Any final words?
No, sir.
All right, Janae, it's always good to see you, Coach.
You
and
too.
as I said, best to the Tigers as they have a weekend series against Louisiana College in Pineville. Of course, you can catch all the results right at goe2tigers.com as you follow all the Tiger athletics on our website. Don't go away. Still more to come here on E2 Extra. We've got to talk Tiger baseball and Tiger tennis as well. It's all coming up this afternoon right here on E2 Extra after this break.